Ready for it.
Thrilled for it.
Presenting Franks with Turbo Booster Jet Engine.
I think it's a valid conversation because he's at least named on the bench here. But it's a valid enough point on whether Shami is one of those that SRH have made some kind of opinion on, that perhaps he's not the right fit for this team.
It was a gamble to start with in the auction, wasn't it? Then he went for 11 crore, is that right? 10 crore. And I felt it was a gamble purely because this is obviously a big auction and a cycle for 3 years. You know, Shami's a very fine bowler, don't get me wrong, but are you going to have that fine bowler for 3 years on the back of the fact that he was injured at the point of the auction? You know, a knee injury which, was, prolonged. It was, a lot longer than what a lot of people expected.
Yeah.
So the gamble obviously didn't pay off, and I agree. I think that it may well be that they're looking to free some funds up and look in the auction or in the trade table.
While he's still bowling it, perhaps not as frequently, almost a fourth of his deliveries this season have been on that line and length. He's gone for a lot of runs. He's not picked wickets. Is that a sure indicator of just the difference in efficiency coming back from such an injury?
My take on Mohammad Shami, his greatest strength is control, seam position, so movement of the ball going away from the right hander or into the lefty, the odd one nipping back. And the other thing is that when you speak to batters about, you're better off speaking to Abby about this, but when you speak to batters about facing him, he hits the bat hard. He climbs into the bat. And Pat Cummins is similar. You look at Pat Cummins' thing, he's lively, but he's actually a lot quicker than you expect because he actually climbs into the top half of your bat. I don't think we're seeing Shami climb into anyone's bat at the moment because he's still not getting through the crease like he has done historically. Therefore, he's lost that real zip, which has been his real gold dust.
I agree. I think he's we've been seeing him from the Champions Trophy in Dubai. He started off well, but picked up most of the wickets in the later half of the innings, even in that game. But that zip that Tom's talking about, and you need a little bit of a helpful condition as well in terms of pitches. So 22, 23, he was predominantly playing in Ahmedabad, where you have that red soil, where you have a bit more bounce. There's a bit of a tinge of grass as well on it. But Hyderabad is one of the flattest pitches around. You need a defensive bowler. You can't have a predominantly power play specialist coming in. And I think that's where SRH sort of went too hard initially because they were too worried to wait for Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. If you look at the auction, Shami came in first and Bhuvi came in much later in the auction pool. So they had Shami, Cummins and Natarajan, which looked very, very good on paper and it worked very well for them last season. I know they've replaced Nattu with sort of a Harshal Patel. Unadkat's not had a bad season, but they need a good new ball bowler to sort of, and maybe not Mohammad Shami because those lengths don't work in Hyderabad.